Are you ready? Because he's ready. It's Master Jeff, martial arts expert, instructor extraordinaire, and general clown. He's not afraid of coronavirus. He's not afraid of the bad guys. Master Jeff is not afraid of anything.
Hello, folks. What the smack is up? As you can see right there, Zoe and Soren are here, ready to get started this morning. So, without further ado, that's exactly what we're going to do. Okay, so Zoe and Soren, just to keep things simple, let's go ahead and hang up on Skype, and then I will call you back if and when we do exercises. Okay, so I won't be able to hear you guys, but you'll be able to hear me delayed on YouTube.
Okay.
So here we go. I am now transforming my video, getting rid of the cropping. And there I go. The full guy right there. Okay. So today is Tai Chi Day, the 24-point animal form, and my logic was starting at the end is the same way I sometimes work with students on forms. The idea is once you have the whole form, you'll start at the beginning, go until you mess up. Wait, I'm stuck. I'm going to just start at the beginning. And then you start again, you make it a little farther. Wait, I'm stuck. I'm going to start at the beginning. You start again and you go a little farther. So part 1 gets like 10 repetitions. Part 2 gets maybe 8. Part 3 gets 6. Part 4 gets maybe 4. And then part 5 gets 2. 5 times less than part 1. So I figure if we start on part 5, then you'll practice and practice and practice. Then we do 4 and 5, and you'll practice that and practice and practice. And then you guys already have a head start because you know parts 1, 2, and 3. So you can kind of cheat. After tomorrow's lesson, you'll theoretically know the whole thing. But so the whole concept behind this experiment is just to get you more familiar with the end than the beginning, because when you start practicing it after the week is over, you will by nature practice the beginning more. So that'll kind of balance the form out. Then what I recommend is in the future, when you practice, start on part 5. Just practice 5. Do it several times. Then do 4 and 5 several times. Then 3, 4, 5. Then 2, 3, 4, 5. Then do the whole form. And in that way, you keep the form balanced as we go. All right, so to start off, let's go ahead and do some Tai Chi undos. And we will start off, as usual, with a Kokyunage, which we have in the 24-point animal form, right? So here we go with some Kokyunage. You guys can do it however you wish. I'm going to back up a little bit. Here we go. Down and push. Chamber. Up. Down. Push. Chamber. Up. Down. Push, chamber, up, down, push, chamber, up, down, push. One more time, up, down, push, chamber, up, turn, down, push, chamber, up, down, push, chamber, up, down, push, chamber, up, down, push. One more time, up, down, push, chamber, up, whoops, turn, push. I screwed up that ending big time. All right. So then we'll try some, now I've forgotten what we do. Oh yeah, we do Aiki Undo, right? Which is just a back and forth Undo. So we'll start right here. And Zoe, I always start with the leg closest to this camera forward. That way I turn my tummy toward the camera and then push. So the leg closest to the camera is forward. If I start off like this, then I turn my back to the camera, which sometimes you might want, but in this case, no. So I'm going to start right here. Here we go with some Aiki Undo. Around and push. Dive in the water. Around, Tenkan, push. Dive in the water. Around, push. Dive in the water. Around, push. Dive in the water. Around, push. More. Boy, my hernia spots feel a lot better. I'm kind of raising my voice a little bit, and I can feel it down here, especially kind of up right next to my belt. And I think that's the top of the mesh. That's probably, trying to grow into the muscle. That's what happens. Imagine you get like a screen, a piece of chicken wire, and you lay it on some sand. Well, the sand is your muscle, the wire is the mesh, and you gradually shake it down into the sand until it's one with the sand and eventually it's buried under the sand. Well, that's what your muscles do. Your muscles grow into the mesh like this, and eventually the mesh becomes part of your muscle. And that is why you're supposed to stretch it so that you don't get locked up in a tight position. Anyway, feeling much better today. Let's do the same footwork. So Zoe, that same foot that's closest to the camera is forward, and then we're going to do some Udafuri Undo. Still there, Soren? You doing these? Here we go. Foot closest to the camera is forward. And here we go. Udafuri Undo. Whoa-pow. Throw that bad guy down. High block. Catch his elbow. Throw him down. High block. Catch his elbow. Shunk him on the floor. There we go. There's our Udafuri Undos. And now, how about some Sayu Undo? Here we go. Start our circle. Step across. Down. Twist your body. Look, I'm facing this way. Now look, I'm facing this way. Up. Facing toward you. Facing that way. Chamber. Now I'm facing that way. Twist, now I'm facing that way. Boy, it's really confusing without my lines to work with. Here's here's the line right here, but these lines are set up for my camera to be here, and then the backdrop is over there. So with these lines, during usual early morning workout, I know when I'm going to get off camera because I'm about to cross these lines. Right now, I don't have those orientation lines, so I'm constantly getting disoriented. Okay, so that concludes our Undo warm-ups. Now, it's important to realize in section 5, you're facing back the way you started. So let's say with section 5 that you started with section 1 facing this way, right? And then we come up, we do the Tai Chi, all this stuff, At the beginning of section 5, you're facing this way. So this is back, that's forward. You're facing this way like this. So we're going to pretend that you're lined up behind me in class, right? So we started here with you facing me. If we were doing basic 1 and you were facing me, well, down here, I'm going to end up going this way. So even though I'm ahead of you in class, during this section of the form, you are ahead of me. Then we get down here, we turn, downward punch, back to ready, and again, you're behind me. That's kind of like with part 5, we start facing the back. So I'm going to start here. That's the way section 5 starts. So you need to turn your back as if you're coming back down the floor on basic 1 and look over your shoulder at me. And it won't last long. In fact, one move and you'll be out of it. So right here, we're in a cat stance. And we have the crane wings. And the crane wings, just like in all of our Taekwondo forms, when you do this part of your arm is at 45 degrees. This part is straight up. So now my forearms are too far in. Now my forearms are too far out. Now my forearms are fine, but my biceps, this part is too flat. Now my biceps are too high. So in all these sections, we want it 45 and straight, just like that, like an upside down house shape. And then for the wrist, we want it over like this, where your fingertips are pointing down, just like that. That's our wrist shape and our finger shape. All right, so I'm ahead of you in line like this, but in this part of the form, we're facing backwards. So you also turn around and look over your shoulder at me. Get in a cat stance with crane beak arms, right? Now, guard with your left, start a circle with your right, outside block, catch his arm, kick, down, step through, and yes, Zoe, this is exactly like the Form 7. In fact, this is the form that I got that from to include in Form 7. Now we block with this arm, up and around, kick, down, up, and guard, just like in 7. Now we step forward and do like a pressing block, double pressing block with both hands. Chamber, and do the same thing over here. These blocks are just like the ones you see in Sip Jin. Remember the form Sip Jin, where you go like this, right? And then kick, whatever, just like that. And I asked Master Shin what this is called, and he always said, little girl push big boulder. So we're doing 2 little girl push big boulders. Turn around, look over your shoulder at me. Cat stance. Guard, I'm standing behind you in line. Big circle, outside block, catch, kick, down, step through. cat stance. The lower arm blocks, catches, you kick with your right, step down and through to here. Now step forward with your right hand, little girl push big boulder. Step forward with your left, little girl push big boulder. Now you're going to do one of those cheat steps that we so often do in this form. Your right foot plants, your left foot comes up to make a cat stance. This hand stays as a block, and you do a straight down spear hand. This is called eye of the needle in the form. Then you come up, your left leg continues forward, and you do a crane beaks. Now, with all the other ones, you are flat like this. With this one, you are at 90 degrees like this. So see how this arm's towards you, this arm's the other way, like the corner of a house, like this, all right? Not like this here, you're gonna be like this, 90 degrees. So we just did little girl push big boulder, little girl push big boulder, cheat step, plant with your right, block with your left hand, cat stance, eye of the needle, continue forward, 90-degree crane beaks. Now you're going to tweedle-da-ra, just twist your feet, turn around, and do an outside block with your left in a front stance, easy breezy. And then you leave this hand where it's at, back fist with your right. Now we're going to face the direction we started, this way. We're going to dip in the water, a great big handful of water. We're going to come up, make a big sunshine. And then here we're going to bathe with it. And do our tabletop ready, just like that. So from this side, so you can see what I'm doing, where did we leave off? We left off here, like this. So I'm going to come up, I'm going to dip in the water, I'm going to make a great big circle. Dip in the water, up, and then bathe. Whoosh. Tabletop ready. Let me try that again. And you know what? You actually don't dip in the water first. You're here, you make a circle. Now you dip in the water. Then you bring it up and rinse off. Whoosh. Tabletop ready. So let me stand, let me do this mirror image one time if I can. Woo! That's going to be hard, dog diggity. Mirror image. Now, since it's mirror image, starting the form, I'm facing you. So, in this part of the form, I have my back to you. You need to turn your back to me also, so you're still going to have to look over your shoulder. So you're going to be doing the same thing. You're like this. Cat stance with the left, flat out, crane's beak. And remember, I'm mirror image now. Guard, circle, block, kick, down, through. Remember, this is mirror image. Now your left hand blocks, catches, kick, down, and through. Mirror image. Step forward with your right. Push. Step forward with your left. Push. Now cheat step. Plant with your right. Spear hand with your right. Past a guard like this. And now you continue forward with the 90-degree crane's beaks. Now I turn. Block left. Back fist right. Next circle. Mirror image, remember. Scoop up water to the top and bathe off. Tabletop ready. Left foot comes back in. That was mirror image. So I don't know which one you prefer. Yes, Zoe, I'm sorry, I just saw your note. My screen says 2 watching. Yeah, mine too, Zoe. Yes, in Dawn of the Tiger. Did I say something else? In Dawn of the Tiger, that's where the Tai Chi stuff is. And yeah, I see 2 people watching. Very interesting. Either YouTube is counting me as a viewer or we have a lurker amongst us. So you can tell me down in the comments or rather in the chat if you prefer me standing in front of you in line or if you prefer mirror image. Until you tell me your preference, I'm going to go back and forth. So now I'm going to be standing in front of you in line, which means you'll always start facing that way away from me. It's just that when you turn back to look at me, now I'll be facing you. Cat stance, arms flat like this, not 90 degrees like this, flat. Guard with your left, circle with your right, block, catch, kick, just like Dawn of the Tiger. And then the other hand, block, kick, down, step through. Now right foot forward, little girl push big boulder. Left foot forward, little girl push big boulder. Cheat step, plant your right, this hand's gonna block, just like this. Cat stance with your left, spear hand straight down. Now we're stepping straight ahead. So I have a front stance, and this arm is going straight ahead. This one's going out to the side. There's my front stance. See, this hand's coming right towards you. This one's straight ahead, like that. Like that. Not like this time. Like that, 90 degrees. Now I turn, block with my left, right foot in front, and then I hammer fist or back fist with my right. Now I twist, facing the way we started. Big circle, scoop up water. Up to the top and bathe with it. Tabletop ready, left leg returns. Just like that. And what do you see? Soren said that. You said 7. Ah, you're right. I'm sorry, I meant Dawn of the Tiger. Mirror image. No. Soren said that. All right, well, I just did it standing in front of you in line. This time I'll do it mirror image. Still, you're going to have your back to me. It's just that I'll be in a slightly different position. Instead of the same, I'll be mirror. So, turn your back, look over your shoulder, and this is mirror image. Left guard, right hand circles, block, kick, down, step through, cat stance. Left hand blocks, grabs, right kick, down, step through. Then right leg steps forward, little girl push big boulder. Chamber, left leg, little girl push big boulder. Back, cheat step, plant your right. Cat stance with your left, spear hand. Left leg goes on forward. And I turn, left outside block, right back fist. And my left comes in, big circle, scoop water, rinse off, tabletop ready. Whoops, left leg back to ready. I forgot if I was mirror image or standing in front of you. And Zoe, I believe you said you like me standing in front of you in line. So we'll do that one again. All right, so standing in front of you in line, I will start off facing you. You still have your back to me. Because when we start the form, we're all facing this way. Halfway through the form, we end up facing this way, and that's where we're starting. So turn your back to me and look over your shoulder. Now I'm not mirror image. I'm doing the form just like you. You're watching like I'm lined up in front of you in class. So left, cat stance, guard, big circle, block, catch, kick, step through. Block, catch, kick, step through. Right foot forward, little girl push big boulder. Chamber, left foot forward, little girl push big boulder. Keep this hand open. Cheat step, plant your right, left cat stance, spear hand straight down. Then a step straight forward into a front stance, 90-degree cranes beaks. Now I Trudra, middle block, reverse, back fist, bring my left foot in, big circle, scoop up water, bring it to the top, and pour it on yourself. Tabletop ready. Done. So there is part 5. What is this? I want mirror image. Soren said no. I want mirror image. So Zoe, do you have a preference? I can't tell who's saying what. But I will do mirror image once again. So still your back is to me. Remember, you'll just be looking at something different. A while ago, in the last version we did, you were looking in a mirror. No, you weren't. You were looking at somebody doing it in class in front of you. Sorry. Now you're going to be looking in a mirror. So if your back is to me, if your back were to a mirror and you looked over your shoulder, your image would have its back to you, right? So that's me right now. So your left foot, I can scoot way over. Left foot is out. Crane stance. Guard, right hand blocks, left foot kicks, left hand blocks, right leg kicks, step forward with your right, little girl push big boulder, chamber, step left, little girl push big boulder, chamber, cheat step, plant right, left cat stance. Left moves forward, crane stance 90 degrees. Twidul, left hand middle block, right hand back fist. And turn facing the way you're supposed to. Now you should be facing toward me. Your left foot comes in. Start your circle. Big stretch. Scoop up some water. Rinse off with it. Tabletop ready, just like the beginning. Left foot scoots in. So there was a mirror image version. Now, I've been coaching you guys through this. This time, I'm just going to go through it, right, with no coaching. See if you can just follow along. I'll still do it with you. But, oh, you know what? Actually, let's do this. Let's take a little break. And let me see here. I'm going to start the video that I made, the tutorial video. Not really a tutorial video, a demo video for part 5. So get ready to watch. This is neither standing in front of you nor mirror image. This is performance. You're sitting in an audience watching me do Tai Chi 24-point animal form, starting with section 5. So here we go. Zoe wants mirror image, and so does Soren. Okay, so let's watch. Here we go. Hopefully you can still hear me. Tai Chi 24-point animal form with Master Yafu. There we go. This has changed a little bit. We now leave the kick suspended. Back then I was kicking and pulling back like that. We don't do that anymore. We try to leave it suspended. Here comes the little girl. Push big boulder right. Chamber. Little girl, push big boulder left. Chamber, cheat step. Eye of the needle. Spear hand straight down. Up. And then there's that 90-degree crane stance. Tweedle dara. Left middle. Leave your middle block out. Right back fist. Then just face the way you started. Big circle. Scoop up some water. Rinse off with it. Tabletop ready. And there we go. Very nice, Master Yafu. And let's watch it one more time. So pretty easy. You got Dawn of the Tiger first. Oh, cool. Good. I'm glad you can hear me. Then you just step forward into two little girl push big boulders. If you know Shipjin, then this is just two Shipjins. So you got two Dawn of the Tigers, two Shipjins, then a downward spear hand in a cat stance, which is really weird. Threading the needle, maybe this was called. Then you got your 90-degree crane stance. Tweedle dara, middle block. Leave out your middle block. Back fist. Scoop up water. Take a bath. Tabletop ready. And there we go. All right, so we'll get back to here. All right, mirror image. This time, I'm going to try not to say anything. This is mirror image. You're still facing that way, right? Because you were started off facing this way. So you're facing that way. When you turn around and look, my back will be to you because that's the way it would be in a mirror, right? So here we go. All right. Right arm block, kick, step through. Left arm block, kick, step through. Right leg forward, a little girl push big boulder. Chamber. Left leg, little girl push big boulder. Chamber. Cheat step. Plant your right. I realized about halfway through that I said I was going to zip it, but I didn't, did I? That is so hard for me. So we're going to try the form. Just kidding. I'll really not talk this time, though. Here we go. Can you believe it? Master Jeff actually controlled his pie hole flapper and didn't talk. All right, sorry, but I need to do it standing in front of you in line, just because realize when I do it mirror image, that's like, quote, the wrong way. It's the instructor right way, but I myself need to review the form. So I'm going to do it normally this time. If you'd like to just watch, that is just fine. But I'm going to be doing it normally, so your back should be to me, but if you turn around and look, I'll be standing in front of you in line, not a mirror. So here we go. And I'm not going to talk. Yes, that was right, because I started off facing you, didn't I? Good, so that was all correct. Cool, so tell you what, Zoe, nobody else is here. It's just us. So nothing wrong with getting on that Skype call again. So I am going to call you. By the time you hear this, I should already be calling. Is that you guys?
Yeah.
Cool. In fact, you know what? We'll just, yeah, you know what? I think we should leave the stream going because people are going to want to see this after a while.
Okay.
They might rewind. So we'll do it like this. Let's see here. Transform. Yeah, I need to come up with two different scenes. There. Okay. So now, did Soren give up?
No. He's coloring a box origami thing.
Cool. Okay. All right. So you think you can do part 5 all by yourself?
No, I don't think so.
Well, try it.
Maybe a little bit of it. Okay.
So do it performance like you're performing for me. Therefore, you'll have your back to me.
So, that's here.
So now you do 2 Dawn of the Tigers. Yep. Yeah. Step forward, little girl. Oh, no, you were right. You were right. No, you weren't right. It should be 2 little girls first. Little girl. Little girl. Now, eye of the needle. Step, keep going. Step up 90 degrees. There you go. Now, tweedledee, twist your feet, and you kind of corkscrew, and not an inside block. You have to kind of corkscrew your hand around and do an outside block. Yeah. Now, leave it there. Step forward and do a back fist. Good. Now, face toward me. Up. Scoop up water, and then bathe yourself with it, and tabletop ready. Very good. And shoulder. Very good. All right, try it one more time, but remember this. 2 Dawn of the Tiger. 2 Little Girl. Eye of the Needle, crane, and then like the Taekwondo ending. So try it. Yeah, there you go. Step forward on the back fist. Good. Show. Very good. Wow. Very good, Zoe. So the only thing you forgot is to step forward for the reverse back fist. That's it. All right, let's try that bad boy one more time. Show. Good job. Very good, Zoe. You got it. So anybody who checks this out later, we have gradually lost our Master Jeff's early morning workout demographic. Now, as far as I'm concerned, between me and my Jesus, I need to do something to keep things interesting so people want to come back. That is my business and that is my responsibility. However, on your end, you have to realize that with something beneficial, with something great, eventually the honeymoon is going to be over. Like Zoe is not enamored with, quote, Master Jeff, because Master Jeff is also dad. She's known him so long that she doesn't even remember meeting him. I've just always been there. So there was never anything exciting and new. Maybe it was a new platform to start with early morning workout. Maybe not. Maybe she was excited and stoked about it because it was unique and different and exciting. But now I think I could safely say that to Zoe, it's just another class. It's just something to do. But she has learned that you don't just do the stuff that's fresh and new and exciting. You do the stuff that you know is good for you, even if it's not fresh and new and exciting. Ladies and gentlemen, this, you know how in class we always joke about the key to success? This actually is. I mean, yeah, hustle, pay attention, and go pee before class. That'll get you a long way too. But realizing that the honeymoon will soon be over with anything is so important. And then you just have to remember how valuable you thought it was and stick with it, even if it gets boring. And you have to outlast the boring parts, the angry parts, the frustrating parts. With this whole COVID-19 thing, you know, a lot of people are dropping out. Oh, it's just not the same. And I'm like, dude, the honeymoon's over. This is one of the challenges. Sooner or later, this will end and then the next thing will come up. Then there will be another challenge. Then there will be another one and another one and another one. And if you're going to stick with something and be a lifer, you just have to figure out a way to stay with it through the good times, through the bad. The Bible does not say when you get married, Zoe, do you take as your lawfully wedded husband this man to have and to hold as long as you still have a crush on him? No. The Bible says, till death do you part. And that's the way it is. Marriage is a big deal. The Lord wants you to stay married. And it's hard because, boy, when your mom and I, Zoe, we went to Jamaica for our honeymoon, and we stayed in this resort where you paid up front, a lot of money, but after that, they brought you all the beer and drinks that you wanted. All the dances, all the events were free. They brought you all the food you wanted. You could be in your hotel room in the 4 o'clock in the morning and say, I would like some shrimp. Yes, sir, we are on our way up, sir. And up they would come with some shrimp. You get downstairs and there's a great big buffet laid out, so you would eat all you want. And so your mom and I had time to just hang out and walk hand in hand on the beach. It was so nice, like a dream, but that is the honeymoon. And if we wanted our whole marriage to be like that, hello, that's not going to happen. How can you live your whole life like that? Now it's like we get in arguments about what to spend our money on. We get stressed out. And main thing that hits a marriage is money. What are we going to do with this money? We don't have enough money this month. We've got some extra money. What are we going to buy with it, or are we going to save it? And all kind of arguments like that. Sometimes I really get on your mom's nerves. Sometimes she really gets on mine. That woman, she makes me madder than any other person on earth could ever make me mad. But she also delights me more than any other person on earth could delight me. So your marriage is constantly doing this. But your mom told me when we first got married, in fact, she wouldn't get married for a year. I asked her to marry me, and she said, maybe. What kind of romantic moment is that? But it was smart. She said, you know what? You want to put in a year of studying marriage and going to premarital counseling at a church with pastors we trust, then maybe it'll turn to yes. And I'm willing to put in that year, so that bodes well for you, Mr. Jeff, because I'm willing to do this year with you. So we did the year and learned a lot. And basically what it boils down to is when you get married, you're not so much committed to Chicago or to Jeff. What you're committed to is God. And then you got to make it work with whoever you chose, because you might get sick of them. Granted, okay, if some husband is beating you up and, points a gun at you one day and he's running around with another woman, okay, you got to draw the line somewhere. And I think the Bible even makes allowances for adultery. I'm not sure how all that works, but the Lord obviously, you can look at the marriage vows, wants you to do everything possible to stay married. And growing apart, no. If you grew apart, then your butts need to grow back together, bro. Growing apart's not enough. And it works the exact same way with Taekwondo. If you want to get up to be a master, yeah, you enjoy the good times. Maybe there's an occasional exciting thing, like maybe when early morning workouts started. Yeah, it's exciting. Cool. We'll enjoy that because it's going to end soon. But when you get tired of stuff, that's going to end soon. Maybe there's a bully in class. You just outlast him, man. He'll quit. Everybody quits. Everybody quits. You just outlast him, bro. And then you'll get your time back. Anyway, all this is to say, Zoe, I'm very proud of you for always being here. And I know at this point you're not here because it's all candy and syrup and free blow-up balloons for little Zoe and to have fun. Oh, yay, we're going to paint with glitter today. No, it's the same old early morning workout. You bust your butt. You have to scratch your head learning the part 5. And so anyway, I'm just really, really proud of you, girl. And with that, I think we should go ahead and get out of here. So we'll leave our Skype going. But hey, Soren.
What?
Why don't you guys do 1, 2, 3, we are out of here, and then I'll do it with you. And then that way I'll stay with the delay. Oh, and there's Miss Ezra too. So give me a 1, 2, 3 first.
1, 2, 3.
We are out of here.
This has been a South Miami Taekwondo live stream with Master Jeff. Avoid practicing the techniques not in live stream with Master Jeff while drunk, stoned, sloshed, tipsy, buzzed, blotto, slammed, fouled, jolly, play-eyed, hammered, wasted, inebriated, or otherwise intoxicated. Watching live stream with Master Jeff, you acknowledge the possibility of underweight, all liability for hematoma, laceration, occipital fracture, broken nose, acute or dislocation, strained wrist, hyperextended elbow, broken ribs, bruising or bleeding, tears, sprains, fractures, dislocated shoulder, or concussion. All rights reserved. Unauthorized presentation and publication strictly prohibited.